It's just true.
They don't
Even
want to work on it.
even the guy that was confronting him said, "Yeah, our black woman is."
Mm-hmm.
Nobody said nothing about what he said.
He brought up
The
race
only
first.
thing that
The guy
they
brought up
said
race.
anything is they said everything about how they felt about Myron.
And he kept saying,
That's
Oh, the
crazy, ain't it?
guy said, these bitches is shit, but we came after
That's
them.
crazy, ain't it? Like, it's really crazy. He really said that out loud, and nobody barked, nobody did nothing, nobody jumped, flinched, nothing. But it's like
And
talking about,
it
he's
makes it
talking about
difficult for
Arab
me.
women.
It makes it difficult for me because even though I'm an equal accountability smoke giver, I catch so much fucking hell defending y'all. I'm telling you, bro, on panels and all of that shit. And when I seen one of the things that we was talking about was the Oklahoma City Thunder who won the NBA championship.
Oh gosh.
And they was all taking a picture with white women because all of their wives and all of their girlfriends was white women. And so I go to defending y'all, and I catch so much hell for defending y'all because in that very same day, I got two emails and a DM from unruly black women that ain't have shit but negative shit to say about me. Right after that, so it's like you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. You can't round these chicks up. You can't convince them that they need to change their attitude. You can't convince them that they need to do things differently. It's almost like they can't hold their composure, but everything that we telling them is for your benefit, and you'll actually win as a result of it. You're gonna get all of the money, you're gonna get all of the men, you're gonna get all of the accolades, but you can't fucking convince them because they so busy being mad at the who said it instead of whether or not it's true.
But who said it?
Maya, the reason why I brought up the Arab women thing is because he has identified himself as an Arab. So that's why I said, have you ever seen him speak on Arab women? Because I hadn't. That's the reason why. And he has identified himself as an Arab.
Let me ask you a question. So, what difference do it make whether he does it make anything that he said less true? Is what I'm saying.
I personally feel like he singles out black women on X and tweets about black women on X. Is it true? I would say there's degeneracy in all groups of people. So yes, it is true. Just like there's degeneracy amongst white people. Do I think black women are the most triggered? I do think that is true. I do think black women are the most triggered
Well,
by
that's
this
because
comment.
black people, to be honest with you, and this is a part that y'all don't want to admit, black people, especially black women, tend to be the most racist.
I will say this. I think if he was white, if he was any other race, I don't think this would stand. I think him being a dark person, he's able to get away with
Doesn't
this.
make it any less true. Whether a white person say, I wish white people would be more honest with y'all, to be honest with you. I wish white men would just fucking tell you, listen, you are racist and you are running in the victim Olympics, you're unruly, and it makes you less desirable to people. And that's the reason why y'all got single parent households.
I think white men don't care because those white men
Well, they
are
do.
gonna.
They just tired of y'all calling them racist because y'all made them public enemy number one when they ain't did shit to y'all. They do. They
Okay.
absolutely do. Y'all even partner with white women against white men. And I'm not saying you specifically, but I'm
It's too
saying
late, man. You said it already.
the culture has partnered with white women against white men. White men is public enemy number one. They can't do shit. But I
Yeah.
wish they would stand up for themselves and say, fuck you. Honest to God, I wish they would. Because masculinity is lacking in this culture because people too scared and they got jobs, they got regular jobs and shit, so they smart. They not gonna fumble the bag for y'all. But you know, I wish people would just be honest and just call it like it is.
I
Wait,
think
who do
he
you think hates me?
respects it because he gets a kick out of doing it. It's not like, let me say this so I can help you. It's like, ha ha, I know something, is going on in your culture. I know all your flaws in this. Now I'm going to make it a topic of discussion. Now I'm going to scream it, with an invisible septum or something. and I'm gonna rage bait you. I don't give a damn if you solve your problem or care to help you with the tools or resources to fix the issue.
Why he got to solve for your
That's-
problem and he not a black woman?
I'm
Why-
not
Why,
saying
wait. Why do he got to solve for the problem of black women, but black women don't have to solve for the problem
he
of black?
doesn't. So that's not what I'm saying. He doesn't. I
But-
think that's how it's being received. Why are you, going so hard on this topic if your main motive and focus is not to say, you know what, it's
Because he's a mirror.
better.
Yeah, I don't think that he just randomly
I think that it's a point that he wants to make this, a discussion, a topic, on his podcast or whatever it is that he does on the internet. He's gonna make money. So I get the whole content thing. I can't be mad at that. Get your money. I mean,
Myron don't even. I'm gonna be honest
from
with you.
watching the
I
show,
can't believe I'm sitting here defending Myron. Myron doesn't even. The majority of content that he creates is not even around women.
it's not.
It is around politics. It's around trials. It's
Yes.
around kid stuff. It's around
Yeah,
Israel.
he's
it's
he's
around
more of a
all that
journalist.
stuff.
but
The
this was
majority of the time that he's on the internet, honest to God, this is just the real. He's not even interested in talking about women at all.
but
When
that's
he
what
pull up on
this
my
is the-
panel, we be talking about women. He be like, "So y'all want to talk about Israel? Y'all want to talk about Trump? What do y'all want to talk about?"
that's true.
Right.
That's just what get the engagement.
So
So
and I'll just go to say as long as I've been watching him, because I've been watching him for the past 2 years with my husband, I'll say like I was saying before, he's a mirror. So as much as you think that he's getting a kick out of talking down or bad about women,
Mhm.
the women that he's talking about are doing the same exact thing about men. They are not trying to solve their problems or trying to help men solve their problems. They're not really considering what they got going on. They can give a damn. They don't give any kind of damn.
well, that's
So
true.
it's literally a mirror. All he is a mirror, and women don't like that. They don't like looking in the mirror.
Really, what
That's
he
why they have so much disdain towards him, because he's being real. He's just telling y'all, this is what I see. This is what I'm showing y'all. And
Yeah.
I'm giving you the energy that you give me, and you don't like that shit. You can't handle that. So whose problem is it really? You got to
think
look
he
at yourself
does
at the end of the day,
But
and you got to be able to say, okay, well, how am I coming off to these men? Why is he coming at me in such a way where I feel so offended? Well, look at the energy that you're giving off. That's literally how everything operates, period.
not even just that. It's like when people are on his show or women are on his show, all he's doing is asking questions and letting the women talk. The more you talk, the more you expose yourself. So it's not even so much about him trying to get a kick out of making, I'm gonna say, Black women look a certain way. They get on his show and they act a certain way, and he calls it out on his show. And by him calling it out, it makes him look like the problem, because he's just telling you what you look like. Like a lot of women, especially the Black women that have been on that show, have been kicked off the show because of the way that they act. They start randomly getting attitudes. They start cussing at him. Like, I've watched his show for years, since probably the beginning of his show. And not to defend him, because it's not that deep to me.
And I think that's the reason why you just said that you couldn't really defend him. You couldn't really defend him. And I think that's the position some people are taking when they hear a person like Myron. So we know that we really don't, well, it's all women that he talks to, but it's like, you're still a man.
You still ain't addressing the actual what he said and what's wrong with it.
I
Y'all
can
still,
see
y'all
Yeah,
still
I
keep
don't-
bringing it back to him specifically,
everything
but
that
y'all refuse to address what he said that was
Yeah,
wrong.
I don't think they want to.
Yeah,
he didn't say anything wrong. Everything that he said was absolutely true. But I think when you hit people's
So-
triggers and you are like, so what are you hitting it for? When you call out people's biggest flaws, you're doing it because you want them to see the problem so they can fix it. So you get a negative response when someone feels like you're just trying to rub it in my face of what's wrong with me.
No, Damon, I disagree.
People don't understand.
So real
I
quick,
disagree.
when you have an issue in your life going on, you have a problem, an immediate problem that needs to be fixed. Do you call your mom, or do you just fix it? Do you call your daddy? You call your neighbor and say, hey, what's a solution for this problem that I got going on right now? I need to fix it. It's an issue. It keeps rolling over. what do? Do you handle it yourself, or do you look to a third party and say, hey, let me go ahead and see what they know about that?
Put it like this, Carmaya. If you are, knocking at my door and saying, hey, you got a problem, but you don't care to tell me what that, like you're coming at me to let me know something is up, but you really don't care to see if I address the issue. You just want, that's like if somebody has toilet tissue stuck to their shoe, you won't say nothing. You just want to make someone feel like something is wrong with them, and you want them to keep that thing that's wrong with them, so you have something to talk about.
Damn, hold on. What is
But
something
hold
wrong
on
with
really quick. But that's the whole point of awareness. That's
What
all
is
he's
something
talking
wrong
about.
with
A
them
lot of
though?
women are not as aware as
Hold
they
on,
should
Maya.
be. Women need to be more aware.
What other people are seeing. I don't really have no things about Myron, because there are things I've seen Myron do. I don't even want to, get into it. I'm just giving you why people are outraged about it. I'm just giving you what I think or what I see, and why people bite when when he does this, or why people fall for it, because they are sensitive and they don't have to respond.
I
And
wish
yes,
people were more.
Damn, but
I don't. Let
honey,
me say something.
More
Let me say
or
something.
more offended by what they're doing opposed to somebody calling it out. That to me is the problem. We like to get mad at the person calling it out, but not at the person doing the action. It's like, why do we get so defensive about someone speaking facts? Like, if it's truth, it's just the truth. Like,
the truth
like
what's
it's
the
the truth.
That's
problem?
why people, I think, act like that, because the truth hurts. When you hit people where it hurts and they feel like you're doing it
Nah,
because
man.
you want to, and
No.
they feel like
Okay, wait. Let's get down to the brass tacks.
that's all.
Wait. So what do you want him to do? Be specific.
Yeah.
What exactly should he do?
What he's doing right now, like I just said, this is a good thing to talk about in the internet world. You're always going to get people to respond and talk about it. He's doing it. I'm not on no position of I'm offended by Myron, because I'm not. I'm saying that I acknowledge the conversations that he has, particularly around women and Black women, because it's a successful monetizing conversation for him. That's all
But
I'm
he doesn't limit it to Black women. Black women are the ones
It
that
goes to
get
everybody.
are the ones that get the most offended. But I guess my point is that I'm just curious, because it's like y'all don't know what the problem is.
Everything he said was true, and I think that's
But that's what I'm talking about, like self-aware, the fixing it and all of that. People don't know what the problem is by this point.
People
Like,
don't
it's
want to fix
weird.
the
I look
problem,
at
man.
women. It's so funny because I see women taking advice of other women that's dumb as fuck. I looked at a video that somebody sent me the other day, and the chick was like, the most empowering thing that a woman can do is become a single mother. And I was like, what?
I saw that.
Lord, you seen that? You seen that?
I
That
said
shit is so
it's been a
fucking
minute.
dumb. And the worst part about it is, not only is the video getting a lot of traction and support from women, Black women in particular, because it was a Black woman that said it. Man, if you go through those comments, and I'm like, this is the dumbest shit. So now when we look at y'all and we say, look at how dumb women are acting, specifically Black women, I have reference material to point to and say, look at them. Look at them. What's wrong with them?
Wait,
Why would they
Anton.
do that? Now people will sit there and say to me, well, Anton, you shouldn't say that because you got a Black wife or you got a Black daughter. No, my wife, my daughter, my women that's around me, Q, all of the people that's on the panel, they don't act like that. They don't think like that. So they not offended. They looking at the shit too, like, what is wrong with them? What is wrong with them?
They weren't an
And I
immigrant
think
though,
the
right?
thing
It
that
wasn't
women
an
need to do,
immigrant.
let me tell y'all what the solution is. I don't even think the solution is that y'all need to hold each other accountable. I think y'all need to completely divest yourselves against the raggedy ones. Y'all have to separate yourself. You have to make it very, very clear that those are not my people just because they Black and just because they a woman. If you don't separate yourself, you are always going to be automatically stereotyped. And there is multiple different ways in which you can separate yourself. You don't have to hold them accountable. You ain't got to try to wrangle them in, because a rat is going to be a rat. It's going to be a rat. It just is what it is. But I think it is very important for y'all to truly Black people in general, women in general, men in general, we need to start separating ourselves from the trash. If you don't, and if you are easily offended because you keep on grouping yourself in with the piece of shit they keep embarrassing you, then what do you think is going to happen? I'm never offended because I don't fit the stereotype of what people would say is black fatigue. It is trash. I don't commit crime. I'm not out here having children out of wedlock. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, doing ghetto shit. I'm not supposed to. I seen a story where the dude was supposed to be the lawnmower man. The nigga threw a party at somebody's crib. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? I'm not on the Carnival Cruise fighting. I separate myself from the bullshit. I don't appear in places where degeneracy operate. Now, you can call me a sellout if you want to, but I'm nice and free, and I do the things that's conducive for the community. And usually that's what happens. Insults go up, not down. Complaints go up, not down. I don't have to worry about shit because I'm staring down at motherfuckers that's throwing rocks up trying to hit me. That don't bother me. None of that shit. I'm immune to it. I'm almost like, I expect it. I expect for dusty motherfuckers who are broke, who have multiple baby mamas and a couple felonies that can't even vote, to get mad at me. That's normal. The inmates always get mad at the correctional officers. They always mad at the warden. But the warden gets to go home at night and he gets to be free. So we don't worry about dusty motherfuckers. We don't worry about dusty activity. We don't look at nigga mentality. It's a separation between black people and people that operate like niggas. We don't associate with that shit no more. So if y'all don't separate yourself, then you're gonna be grouped in. You have to separate yourself from the bullshit. Have to. Fuck them. It don't matter. They're gonna all breed with each other, and then they're gonna support each other, and they're gonna keep on talking to niggas in jail anyway. Don't matter. Now, if y'all want to keep letting these niggas fuck up y'all lives, you want to keep talking to criminals, y'all keep worshiping Future, okay, you got it. Or you can come over here with the rest of us, living a good life, having a good time, not having to worry about whether or not you're gonna get arrested because you riding with a nigga that's riding dirty, and we can have a good time. You don't have to be obligated to be a part of the culture just because you black. That's
right.
That's our solution.
You know what I don't get about this whole Myron thing, and I think I was talking about it before we started. Myron and Kevin Samuels, I didn't know nothing about them until I got to YouTube, right? And something you said, Dalen, like they didn't like the feedback. Why do women go on them shows? That's really what it is. Like, are you dumb or dumb? Like, so the women are going on Fresh and Fit, whatever it's called, because they want attention. They want to become famous. They want to do that the little quick clickbait. So it's like you are asking these men for feedback and they're giving it to you. Mm-hmm. Now, if you don't like how they're giving it to you or their tone, that's a you problem. Mm-hmm. So if these women are sensitive or they don't like being told the truth, and usually that's a lot of women nowadays. They don't like, if you don't agree with them, you're either a pick me, you're a this, you're a that. So it's like, it just mind boggles me. Like the women will be like, oh, he's this, he's that. Why are you on that show then?
Because they're there to promote their OnlyFans because they
exactly. Your Instagram. Mm-hmm. And if you guys go on this podcast called Whatsoever, it's like the white version of Fresh and Fit.
Whatever podcast.
Yeah, whatever podcast. It's a white version of Fresh and Fit. The men aren't that like in depth. Right. It's a bunch of white and probably like Asian whores. And you'll see the men going in on them too. You'll see the women be like, damn, they act like these other girls. Yeah, we should. And they get triggered just like the other women on Fresh and Fit. So, like, I just don't get that. Like, if you don't like the truth, don't ask it. But you can't tell people how to respond if you want the truth. That just always mind boggles me.
Point out the difference, because you did bring up Kevin's name. I think we could point out the message, I guess, was the same, but the delivery was different. And whether we want to agree with delivery or not, it doesn't matter. We can just pay attention to the results. You can still be irritated by a woman's, outrageous or belligerent behavior, but there's a way to deliver it with like a charm or charisma.
No, black women. I never watched Kevin Samuels. They used to come for him, Dalen.
You said, say it again, Q.
I never watched Kevin Samuels till I got to YouTube, but they would come for him in the comments. These women will feel away. Oh, he said she's not the right dress size. Oh, she's a baby mama. Why did he even bring that up? Well, why are you going on the show?
Yeah,
It's not that you can't
Why do
totally
we have to
police a
tiptoe
man. A
around
man
how
is
They're gonna be offended regardless. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
we
true.
shouldn't have
Yeah,
to
you
tiptoe around how
policing how people talk.
because
especially a
It's
man.
not
Like,
about the way they're saying it, it's what they're saying. Yeah,
yeah, it is.
they're gonna get offended regardless of
yeah,
what it is. If you baby around it, they're still gonna get offended. It's the actual words, it's the truth. That's
Yeah.
hurting.
I ain't never seen a chick baby around talking nothing to no dude. Man, stop this, man. Just say what you want, get it off your chest. Who get hurt, man.
That's
because
true.
even if they said it in a nice way, oh,
Yeah, yeah.
So
the
that's
likelihood of you finding a husband at 50, they're gonna find something to nitpick.